Well, the national flag carrier has encountered a stumbling block and has had to scramble to find alternate means to remain operational in an important overseas market. The airline's chairman explains what happened, while the Progressive Liberal Party is calling the government out for what it says is a blunder that will cost the country money. Cleopatra Murphy has the details tonight.
3 of Bahamasair's jets have been blocked from entering the U.S. because the airline failed to meet a January 1, 2020 Federal Aviation Administration deadline that requires all flights entering the U.S. to have automatic dependent surveillance broadcast equipment installed. Chairman of Bahamasair Tommy Turnquest says of the national flag carrier's 9 aircraft, 6 that are equipped with the navigational kit are able to fly to the U.S. They include the 5 new ATRs and the 737-700 series.
Those 3 that do not have that navigational kit, the FAA has indicated that you either have to apply within 3 hours of every flight segment going into the United States. Bahamasair management has determined that that is very restrictive and onerous without any reliability of knowing whether it will be approved or not. And as a result, we've changed the aircraft on our schedules.
Turnquest says Bahamasair had engaged the services of Fokker, a reputable company to outfit its fleet, but has since found a new supplier that will have the kits by the end of January.
They had given every indication that they would be able to supply Bahamasair with these navigational kits in time for the January 1st, 2020 deadline. In September, one was to be provided in September, one in October, one in November. They did not meet that contractual obligation.
At a press conference Friday morning, Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Davis charged that government had let the Bahamians down and political dithering led to the failure to meet the deadline, as the FAA mandate had been announced in 2010.
The minister responsible for Bahamasair must address immediately, in the full glare of public view, how Bahamasair finds itself in this position. The minister must have known that this was coming and failed to advise his colleagues of the need to address what was coming.
Davis also criticized the airline's decision to reroute the larger flights to the Family Islands when less people will be traveling. Asked if it could have been addressed under the former administration, he says they had been considering reorganizing and repositioning Bahamasair.
Which required us to address our fleet, which were aged at the time, and in doing so, we also recognized that we had this wide window in which to get it done. And in that window, we were considering if by 2020, for example, would we still have these aircrafts. That was a decision to be made.
Davis charged that the airline could have applied for an extension, which Turnquest says Bahamasair did and received, but the additional requirements the FAA demanded were too onerous.
They were trying to make a political football out of this. I'm not into the political aspect of this.
Installation of the kits will take 2 weeks. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.